Hey everybody, welcome to Northern Life. Thanks for being here on this Friday. We're not only getting ready for the weekend. Tonight, get ready.
What's going on?
We got the Christmas City of the North Parade tonight.
Let's go!
Party.
Woo! Are we standing?
I think we're standing.
Oh,
I think we're out of the frame. Sorry, Shania. But it is the Christmas City of the North Parade tonight. I think that's the first time we ever stood over here at these chairs. So
I'm out of breath.
A little flustered. A little flustered now. But it marks the only time of the year where we get to play the greatest song possibly of all time.
Let's hear it, Shania.
Let's hear it. Shania, play that tune.
Christmas City, wonderful city, all dressed up in snow and mistletoe. Christmas City, wonderful city, come this Christmas to the Christmas City I'll go.
Banger, as the kids would say.
It's such a good song.
It
but
is.
If you played that song at any other time around the news station here, you might be fired.
Yeah,
because
they throw pencils at you. You don't want to do that if it's not November or December, because it gets. Some people might get annoyed by the Christmas music.
There is so much work that goes into this parade. We got the news team. We got the creative team putting those commercials together. We got the sales team looking for sponsors, our great sponsors out there.
Yeah.
The engineers making sure that we're on the air for this big event.
I'd say by far, probably, right? It's our biggest production of the year that we do here at the station.
I think so.
We do all our Yeartown stuff and different things like that, but this by far is it's a lot of work that goes into it, like you said.
We were talking with our director, Jordan, during the 4 p.m. the other day. He's like, I can do the election anytime, but the Christmas City of the North Parade, there's a lot of work that goes into that,
and
a lot of coordination.
That's saying something, because the election night is one of the craziest nights for the newsroom.
True.
Right? So this is even crazier. So and you don't even notice if something does go wrong. Sometimes it does. You never know. But our behind-the-scenes staff really is good at making things go smoothly and making it work out. So
it's good stuff.
Let's
knock on wood.
Yes,
knock on wood
there
for
we
tonight.
go.
Well, hey, are you heading out to watch this year's parade in person? If you are, tons of places to catch the action. We got this special map on the screen here. The parade going along Superior Street, made by executive producer Ben Reed, I believe.
Ben can draw a line like no other.
That's a great line, Ben. The parade will go along Superior Street from 10th Avenue East. It will end all the way at 5th Avenue West. Our director, Shania, informing us it took Ben 3 hours to make this beautiful map.
Are you serious?
It's fantastic. All that action starts at 6:30 p.m. tonight. So I'm guessing for you 6:30 p.m. viewers out there, you're not watching us right now.
Yes.
You're watching the parade instead.
Is it on both NBC and CBS?
I would assume so.
Oh, so we're preempted by the parade. There you go.
If you missed us, watch us on YouTube.
It's very cool.
Yeah,
So listen, we got a lot going on today's show. A lot of Christmas City of the North themed things going on today's show. And earlier this week, we saw Northern News Now's Dave Anderson share the history of the cold and snowy parade nights we've seen in the past. So today, he'll be here in studio to talk more about that, plus the roles he's played in the parade coverage over the years. He's been doing it for over 30 years, I'd say, right?
Yeah.
Something like that.
And guess what? Our vice president and general manager of the station, Todd Wentworth, has done it for more than 4 decades. He's going to join us at the couches here. With all that time, he's going to share the importance of the annual event to the Northland and just how much it means to our amazing viewers out there. But before tonight, Hunter, favorite memories or things you look forward to the most when the Christmas City of the North Parade rolls around?
It's very cool for me having nothing to do with TV back when I was in high school. Not even think about being a meteorologist or anything like that. Just marching in the Two Harbors High School marching band since 8th grade, doing the quads.
That's
and
cool.
Freezing my you-know-what off. I mean, it's very cold sometimes. Yeah,
Yep.
Hands are very cold. You got the warmers going on, decorating your quad set. I think that's some of my favorite memories. But now, shifting over to the job, I love doing this too.
Yeah.
Interviewing Santa. Are you kidding me?
Always fun.
That's my job. I get to interview Santa. So it's very, very cool and a lot of good memories here. But what about you, Ryan?
I think I just look forward to, as you get to be an adult, sometimes the world might not be the most happiest place on earth.
Yeah.
But when Christmas City of the North Parade rolls around, it seems like everybody's in a fantastic mood.
Yep.
So I take advantage of that every year.
I'd say it's something that brings everybody together
Yep.
around the Northland. It's cool to be at least a little part of that.
Yeah.
Very, very cool.
It's good stuff. Well, hey, let's get to our comments we got on our parade Facebook post this week. Here's a great memory from our viewer, Karen. She said, my niece watched the parade from Thailand a few years ago in 2017 as she was teaching over there, and she is now watching it this year from Seattle.
Oh my gosh. Hey, we have another person watching from Seattle too, which is kind of crazy.
The Seattle area, or close to Seattle.
So we got apparently we got some viewers over there in Seattle. That's kind of cool. But anyway, we got a very special message from our former Northern News Now coworker and former parade producer, Natalie Grant. She commented, too many amazing people, or parade memories to count, excuse me. Can't wait to watch again. from Spokane, Washington. So I guess that's not Seattle, but
Spokane, yeah.
Spokane. Did I say Spokane?
Yeah, well, yeah, but it's okay.
I'll learn how to talk someday. But
it also starts with an S.
Yes, good times. But we miss you, of course, Natalie. And yeah, she used to be the Heidi of this.
Yeah.
She produced the whole thing, and she was very busy with this. So she, of course, a huge part of this history of the parade. And we're going to be missing you here to this year, and we miss you, of course. And hopefully you enjoy the broadcast from where you are in Spokane.
There we
Spokane.
go. Learn something new every day. And if you
go.
see Heidi staying on the street, be sure to give her a high five or a hug. She's put a lot of work into this stuff. Hey, great idea from Mark here if you're looking for a tasty bite before or after the event. He said, as a kid, we would stop at Coney Island before the parade.
Oh, that's genius.
Yeah.
And then you have a couple dogs in your hands.
Oh,
it sounds great.
It's good stuff. Hey, plenty of ways to enjoy the Christmas City of the North Parade tonight. Festivities start 6:30 p.m. That'll be in front of the Fitkers Complex at 6th Avenue East and Superior Street, continuing along all the way to the 5th or 4th Avenue West. Parade broadcast here on Northern News Now and online at northernnewsnow.com. And hey, guess what? You can go to the parade tonight, and then tomorrow or the weekend, head over to Bayfront for the start of Bentleyville.
Woo!
The Christmas Tour of Lights display is free and open starting tomorrow until December 28th. Parking is $10 per vehicle if you're going to do it at the park, and they are celebrating 21 years here in 2024.
That's also crazy. It's been that long. A Christmas overload, if you will.
I can't take it. It's so many things.
Oh my gosh, the week before Thanksgiving, all things are good right now.
I do love that Bentleyville is open on Christmas or like Christmas Eve.
Yes.
Because if you're, most of the time you're celebrating with family and you're looking for things to do, and the fact that they're open on Christmas, it's always great.
That's huge.
Yeah.
And hopefully it's a nice evening for Christmas Day because sometimes it can be a bit cold. We'll see what happens here, Ryan, but very excited.
Very excited. Hey, coming up, Northern News Now's Dave Anderson joins me to chat about Christmas City weather. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody, with the Christmas City of the North Parade tonight. It marks another year of family and Northland traditions for us. And here with us to share the rich history of the parade is Northern News Now meteorologist Dave Anderson. Dave, how you doing?
Not too bad, Ryan. Thanks for having me on the show. I like what you've done with the place
It's
here.
beautiful. I wish I could say I was the one that did all the work, but it was thanks to our wonderful engineering team and our executive producer, Ben Reed. But Dave, I got to say, watching your Holding On to History stories lately have been fantastic, especially as a newcomer to the Northland, learning more about the history of everything that's around. We're talking about the Christmas City of North Parade tonight, which you did a special Holding On to History. What's it all about?
Well, of course, it's about the parade, Ryan. You'll get to see it in just a couple of seconds here. And it was really fun to dig back into the archives. I save a lot of interviews that I've done over the last 37, 38 years, including some of the founding parents of our stations here at both Channel 3 and Channel 6. And so to look at the 66-year history of the Christmas City of the North Parade, I dug into some of those old tapes, found machines that were working, and that's getting hard, some of these old formats of tape here.
I bet.
And then dubbing things over to get them into a modern system to edit. The sync was off for the audio and the video, so I had to turn down the audio, disconnect it from the video, and then watch phonetically, like I was reading lips. Okay, the statement stops there, then listen to the audio, statement stops there, jut them together, and line things back up again. So when you're watching this story, think of all the work I did late in the night trying to get things back together. And the colors have all faded over the years. I tried to correct those as best as possible. But it was really wonderful to hear those voices again. People like Jack McKenna, one of our station's original meteorologist. Ray Paulson, one of the weathercasters back in the day who played Mr. Toot and Bozo and Sparks for kids shows for decades. And Lou Martin, the newsman that lived to be 102 years old. They all talk about what the parade was like in its first decade in the 60s. And frankly, the weather was terrible. They were cold every single year.
Oh, I can't even imagine. Well, a lot of hard work by you, a lot of history to get into. Let's take a look at Dave's story here.
General Manager Bob J. Rich was the BJR and KBJR. In 1958, he came up with the Christmas City of the North Parade to spur holiday season business.
What he wanted to do is create an event that made Duluth stand out in the Northland, and he was always proud of Duluth. He was quite a civic leader.
The climate period 1940 to 1970 was a cold and snowy one, so our station's pioneer broadcasters like meteorologist Jack McKenna found the parade an annual challenge.
We froze. The first one we did was in the daytime. So that wasn't so bad.
Like Jack, fellow weatherman Ray Paulson played kids show characters on the side. He always had to do the parades as either Mr. Toot or Bozo.
I've never been so cold in my life, and I was in a lot of Christmas City of the North parades. I'd get to the end of that parade route, I couldn't feel my feet because I had those big shoes on. And you couldn't cover up, you had to be in costume.
Newsman Glenn Maxim was always worried about the marching band kids in the cold weather.
The bitter cold times that these people were out, the kids were out there, young people, with their lips on trumpets or saxophones or whatever, trombones, concerned they might freeze their lips.
And if it wasn't the cold causing trouble in the 60s, it was the snow, according to news anchor Lou Martin.
One time we had a snowplow that went right ahead of the parade to take the snow off the street.
By the early 70s, the weather started to change as News Magazine host Ruth Crasweller became the first woman to be parade announcer in 1971.
It really was wonderful. It wasn't too cold and there was no snow on the ground, and it was a great thing to do.
Rain, snow, cold, warm, or dry, this year's parade will unfold on the street and TV screen this Friday. Holding on to history in Duluth, Dave Anderson, Northern News Now.
I mean, that is just amazing footage. Great work, Dave. You've done this for so long. What does it mean to you to be able to cover another Christmas City of the North parade?
Well, on one hand, it's really familiar. On the other hand, it's still exciting every year to do that. My first parade was 1987. I was the floor director out on the street for Jack McKenna and Steve Karsten and Barbara Riles, and part of my duties included keeping Barbara's son Dave in line so he didn't wander off into the crowd. And of course, now he's a big coach around the region here, leading a lot of sports teams to a lot of great things. He's all grown up. I don't have to wrangle him anymore.
Any other favorite memories from Christmas City parade past?
1989 was so cold out there on the street. I was the cable puller for the camera guy who stood out on the streets there, and I had to I brought some extra socks in case I needed them, but I needed them in my mittens because it was just so cold that day, bitterly cold. 1997 was awfully cold as well. John Schottenbauer, Marine Tallarico, and I riding in a convertible had hypothermia by the end of that parade. Shaken like a leaf on a tree, and had to get back into the station and warm up.
Possibly our heating technology has advanced in recent years to improve people's experience out there.
And I've got a little more insulation on my frame now 30 years later, so that's helping too.
Helps the heating. Well, meteorologist Dave Anderson with us. Dave, thank you for being here to share your story. We're going to talk more about the parade when we come back after the break.
Welcome back, folks. It's a big night tonight for the Northland, including our team as we get ready for the Christmas City of the North Parade. For some of us, we've been at it for at least a few years, and for others, they've been making it possible for decades.
And so today, former Rochester Mayo hockey player, Duluth East Boys hockey coach, sales manager, sales director, and now VP, general manager of Northern News Now. Please welcome Todd Wentworth to the show. How you doing, Todd?
That's hardly not a very astounding resume.
And also for the Christmas City of the North Parade District A coordinator.
That I'm proud of.
That's impressive. Todd, you could fire us right now if you wanted to, right here on the air, if you so choose.
I don't think the fans of the show would appreciate that.
It'd be a tough end of the week for our livelihoods and for the show. But also, Todd, as most people know, usually when we got newcomers to the show, got to find a throwback photo. I don't know, you recognize that guy on the TV there?
Whoa. Okay, how did you get that?
No, you're going to be fired for sure.
It was one of the Minnesota hockey websites, I think back in, what was this, circa 2004?
Yeah, that was a long time ago.
Yeah, long time ago. But you've been at the station, Todd, here, celebrated, what, 41 years?
41 years in October.
That's how many parades you've been a part of, too,
It will be Friday, God willing.
Oh, my gosh. That's insane.
Later tonight, yeah.
Can you tell us how maybe the parade has changed over the years, what you've seen happen over 41 years?
Routes have changed because the station has relocated. Different traffic flow changes have caused us to change. It's interesting that we're now forming the parade up on London Road, which is, I understand it from people even older than me, that's where they used to start the parade. So we've kind of come full circle with parade setup.
That makes sense.
And I mean, you have 4 decades probably hearing from businesses, from viewers about how important the parade is for our area. What are maybe some of your favorite things you hear from others out there every single year?
Well, I got to tell you, first of all, I think a lot of people know by now that the parade was started a long time ago to kickstart the Christmas holiday shopping season when most of our retail business was on Superior Street. Obviously, that's changed now. Christmas shopping starts, I don't know, right after back to school. But it's become this tradition that I think our whole marketplace, not just Duluth and Superior, but our whole region looks forward to. I think one of the neatest comments I got a couple years ago is as I was concluding my part of the parade in front of Fitkers, there was a gentleman there with his elderly mother, and she was visiting from Arizona, and she took the time to tell me that her first date was at the Christmas City North Parade, and she married that guy.
Whoa!
And so
success story.
So the Christmas City North Parade obviously launches the holiday season for our area, and apparently it launches romance.
Oh,
yeah!
What more could you want?
That's very true.
And the other thing too, it's kind of cool for our team too, because not many times you can say, as part of your work, you get to do a parade.
Yeah.
What has it meant to you to be able to put decades of work into such a fun tradition?
I think first and foremost, it's just our way of the television station giving back to the community. There's a lot of familiar faces. I mean, for example, this gentleman seated next to me, I believe he was in the parade probably when I was lining up division.
Yes!
I know Briggs is not here. She's on maternity leave, but I believe Briggs was in the parade. So,
Yep.
so a lot of the parade people, and the parade historians will probably know this way better than I do, but I think Northwestern's high school band is the one band that's been in every single parade.
Wow.
Oh my
Please,
gosh.
someone don't correct me on that.
but just amazing.
But it's just amazing to see I mean, some of our units actually don't really need us on London Road. They just know where to line up on their own. And if we got them all to do that, it'd be much easier to do.
It would be much easier. Well, hey, if you see Todd out there tonight, be sure to say hello. Todd, thanks for being here. We'll be right back.
Welcome back, folks. Wasn't that great having both Todd and Dave in the studio? Oh,
A lot of knowledge, a lot of experience with the parade. Yep.
Oh my gosh. Well, it's going to be another fun night tonight. If you're out there in person, you can find the two of us along Superior Street. Ryan, of course, will be walking with the Northern News Now team. Meanwhile, I'll be doing some live reporting with Chief Meteorologist Adam Lorch right outside Fitkers. If you see either of us or any of us, please say hi. We love talking to people. So come on out and let us know your favorite memory of the parade or what's going on with you, and we want to hear about it. So.
You're going to want to stick by for that interview with Santa.
Yes.
That'll be good stuff. And once again, there are plenty of ways to watch the parade tonight, different spots around town. One of my favorites, just outside Sir Ben's. That's a great spot to view it. Also, the downtown area, so much room. It's great to see all those decorations on display with the businesses in the downtown area, too.
Also excited to see the tree lighting. Didn't even think about that.
I forgot about the tree lighting. I probably should have put that in the show here, but the tree lighting. Is that during the 5 o'clock,
I believe
6 o'clock?
I believe it's during the 5 o'clock news tonight, so stay tuned for that. I don't know who is live for that. I want to say Laura Lee, but we're going to see what happens here. It's going to be absolutely beautiful. They always have a nice little to-do about that, and it's going to be a beautiful thing.
It's going to be good stuff. Well, hey, guess what? We're going to see you tonight for the Christmas City of the North Parade. Everything gets underway 6:30 p.m. Guess what? We love you, and we'll see you on Monday.
Find some time to throw a line, or just head outside to unwind. That's the life in the great North Woods. Hike or bike, whatever you like. Get out in the day, enjoy the night. Yeah, we got the life in the great North Woods. Yeah, we got the life in the great North Woods. Yeah, this is Northern Life.